State-of-the-art security system, my ass. This is the 4th time tonight that alarm has gone off. Hey guys, was that another false alarm? Guys. Deane. Helton. Guys. Wait. That can't be right. Security, get to the lab. Now! Oh dear God, no!
This is a code red. I repeat, a code red. Exhibit MI-10 is missing. All units are now activated. Let's move it, people!
There's something going now, and the crowd is loving it. It's the bottom of the 8th inning.
Maybe the storm won't knock out the two.
We have a radio, dear, if it does.
It's not the same.
Well, be that way then. Mitzi, what is it, girl?
It's most likely an opossum or a raccoon in the garbage cans again. Sneaky little bastards.
I don't see anything, Mitzi. Come here, girl. Let's go back inside. But be stubborn, but I'm going back in where it's warm and dry. You'll come in when you're ready, yeah? Who's there? Ernie! Ernie! I think I heard something. Come out here.
Mildred? What's wrong?
I think I hear somebody coming from the...
Samantha, Joshua, breakfast is ready.
Good morning.
I'm just taking up the bacon. Would you like some?
No, none for me, thanks. I've got a meeting at 8 o'clock and Remington is bringing donuts and coffee. I gotta run. Don't want to be late. I'll see you tonight.
Right. Sam! Josh! Hurry up or you'll be late for school!
Okay, I heard you the first time, Mother. Geez, how about a little patience?
Excuse me? Just because you turned 16 last week and can now drive doesn't give you the right to disrespect me.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you say something?
Nothing?
That's what I thought you said. Now eat.
The bacon's good, Mom. Crispy and juicy, just how I like it.
Thank you, baby. Aren't you forgetting something, Sam?
Forgetting what?
I don't know, maybe your brother?
Mom, no, please. Not another day of driving him around. It kills my vibe.
And I'd like to arrive alive. Sam drives like a maniac.
Shut up, dork.
Make me, Barbie.
That's enough. Both of you. Samantha, you will take your brother to school as I have asked you to. It's called responsibility. And you agreed that you would contribute to transportation once you got your license. Isn't that the deal you made with your dad and me?
Yes, ma'am.
Besides, the bonding time will be good for you guys. I promise. You'll thank me later. Oh, and Sam,
Yes, Mother.
please drop him off at the middle school so that he doesn't have to walk from the high school like he did Monday.
But I don't want to be seen with
Sam!
Fine. Let's go, Dweeb.
Hello? Oh, hey, Gina. No, the kids don't know. We haven't told them yet. We just haven't found the right time, that's all. But we will tell them. Have a good day, too. Bye, Gina.
Morning, boys. What you up to? You ought to be in class by now.
We're fishing if you can't tell.
Is that right? You see that sign over there? It says no fishing for a reason.
We've got time to fish before class starts, and we ain't hurting nobody.
Maybe not, but it's dangerous to fish on Terrell's Bridge. Big rigs and cars bust through that curve and fly down that hill all the time. They'd never see you. And you could fall and bust your head wide open on one of those rocks down below. If I were your pops, I'd have your necks for even being here.
Well, you're not, Harris. We can fish here if and when we want.
Fine. You know what? You two are almost adults and I'm not your father. But as an enforcer of the law, it's my job to protect and serve, so I'm gonna give you two choices. One, you can get in your truck and drive to school under your own will, or...
Or what, Deputy?
Or two, I can provide you with a police escort. Your choice.
Come on, Andy. Let's get out of here.
Fuck you, Harris.
Pleasure is all mine, fellas.
Deputy Harris, please respond to an incident at 1824 Cherry Drive.
10-4, on my way.
Hey Josh, how was the ride over here? I see you arrived in one piece.
Not too bad, actually.
Oh, you mean Miss Priss didn't murder a squirrel this time in a hit and run?
She didn't mean to hit that squirrel, Claire. She cried the whole way home after, even after I told her the little guy got knocked unconscious and didn't feel a thing.
I wouldn't say he didn't feel anything. Unless the impact broke his neck immediately upon contact with the vehicle, he probably suffered a slow, agonizing death. Either from blood loss or...
Thank you.
All right. How's everybody doing? Class, okay. Class, today we will continue our studies on DNA replication. Does anyone recall from Lesson 1 what that is? Yes. Miss Carmichael.
DNA replication is when a genome's DNA is copied in cells.
Correct. Can anyone tell me what can damage DNA replication? I know you know it.
anything that damages the DNA itself, such as heavy metals, chemicals, and ultraviolet ionizing radiation, such as uranium. These environmental agents damage the genome and create issues like DNA crosslinks.
Whoa. Very good, Mr. Spinecki. Well done.
Oh, Jack, it's so good to see you. Come in, dearie.
Thank you, Mrs. Rosenstern.
Would you like something to eat? I baked some banana bread fresh this morning. Oh, how about something to quench your thirst,
I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna pass. Now, about why I'm here. Dispatch said you reported an incident.
Jack, my boy, how the heck are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Rosenstern, just fine. As I was saying, you called about an incident. Care to tell me what happened?
Last night, I'd been sitting in my rocking chair knitting a sweater for our grandson, and Ernie was watching a baseball game on the television, when suddenly, Mitzi began barking. I'd never heard her make such a ruckus.
And then what happened?
I got up to see what she was barking at and found her at the back door. So I opened the door and peered outside, but I didn't see a thing. But as I turned to head back inside, I heard an awful noise, a screech, almost like a banshee, and I heard loud footsteps coming towards me.
And then what happened?
Mildred and I nearly had a heart attack is what happened. It's the most peculiar thing. Just as the beast came as close as we are to you now, it seemed as though something spooked it, because it ran away. It didn't hurt us or Mitzi.
I see. Would it be all right if I take a look out back?
Sure, son.
Hey, cutie.
Doug Fletcher, you asshole.
Yeah, but you love me. So, do you have it?
Of course, anything for my big, strong, strapping, totally hot boyfriend.
Sweet! You're the best, you know that? I can't wait to drop this in Mr. Calvin's face and say, Nyanner, Nyanner, try and fail me now, conehead.
Doug, keep it down. If Mr. Calvin finds out that I wrote your essay for you, he's gonna fail you regardless.
Hello, lovebirds.
You two just can't seem to keep your paws off each other, can you? Sam, was that you I heard outside Doug's window last night? With the...
Okay, knock it off. Where have you two losers been anyway? You missed first period.
I'm glad you asked, Douglas. Because we've been in the vice principal's office for the past hour.
We got slapped with detention, and we can't play on Friday's homecoming game. All because we're frequently tardy. Can you believe that?
Ingram, your mom's a real drag.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Anyway, we're going to Haggerty's after school. Want to join us?
Sure, man. We can swing by there. Is that okay with you, Sam?
Yeah, sure.
You guys are never going to believe this, but guess what a little birdie told me?
What?
That you and Doug are a shoo-in for homecoming king and queen!
Shut up! Monica, you're only saying that because we're best friends.
Nah, girl, I'm being for real. Allison Porter, who's on the homecoming committee, told Jenna Newman, who told Carly Franklin, who told me that you two will be crowned this year. And Rachel McCorkle and that spineless boyfriend of hers, Jake Phillips, will finally be dethroned.
That's awesome. Right, babe?
Yeah, I'm just... wow, I'm speechless.
Well, you've got a speech to give at the homecoming dance after the game on Friday, so don't be speechless for too long. Oh, and don't tell anybody I share this information with you. It's supposed to be a secret. Tight lips.
Our lips are sealed.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so happy for you guys. 1991 is your year.
Come in.
Good morning, Vice Principal Ingram.
Good morning, Valerie. How is the world's best receptionist doing today?
She's doing well. How are you doing?
Well, I've been better.
Paperwork got you down?
It's not just that. It's everything. I knew that the transition from teacher to administrator would not be easy. But I've been the vice principal for a handful of weeks, and I'm still not entirely up to speed. Then Principal Ellerby breaks his back? So he'll be out until the start of the spring semester at best, and I just don't think I'm ready to be acting principal. I feel like the walls are imploding around me.
It could be worse. You could be standing in front of rowdy teenagers trying to teach them about the Pythagorean theorem, either getting ignored by those who don't care to be in class anyway, or constantly interrupted by the brainiacs who think they know it better than you because they have an IQ of 135.
Thanks, Valerie. But I've got to be honest. Sometimes I miss being a teacher. I miss the front row know-it-alls and even the class clown in the back. Of course, back then, I could just send the bad apples to the office and not have to deal with it. Now I am the office. I had to assign detention to 2 students just this morning for habitual tardiness.
Andy Carter and Eric Peterson. Repeat offenders. But they're fine football players. Principal Ellerby, bless his heart, always sweeps their transgressions under the rug. I guess winning a state championship is more important than discipline.
I guess. I'm sure Principal Ellerby would not be very happy if he knew that I also suspended them from the game.
Probably not, but you did the right thing. I'm gonna go get started on those files. If you need anything, just holler.
Vice Principal Ingram speaking. How may I help you? Oh, yes, of course. I will be down in just a bit. You too. Okay, bye-bye. Welp, duty calls.
Well, looks to me like what you saw last night was just a bear. If you were to see it again, reach out to Animal Control or the Department of Natural Resources. They'll handle it.
A bear? Jack, my wife and I may be old, but we are not blind. I can assure you that what we saw last night was no bear.
I can describe the being for you. I can recall its features as clearly as I can see my sweet Lenny's face. Let's see. It was about 10 feet tall, with a long snout for a nose, almost like a dolphin, with probably 100 sharp, pointy teeth. It stood on 2 legs. It had green eyes like a reptile. Creature had no fur, but its skin looked like shark skin, and was scaly like a fish.
Thank you. I'm going to take a further look in the woods, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Well, whatever they saw does seem to have come from the woods to their backyard. Strange. This goo is even on some of the trees and plants along the trail.
What do you think?
Do you believe us now?
I'm not sure what to believe, to tell you the truth, but why don't we talk about this in the house? Like I said before, I don't think you have anything to worry about, but here's my number at the sheriff's office in case you see it again. You're like family to me, so don't hesitate to call me.
We appreciate your help, son.
Jack,
Yes, ma'am.
before you go, here's a picture I found when I was cleaning out the basement the other day. There's you and Lenny when you were about 10 years old. Remember when you would pretend you were Wyatt Earp and he was Doc Holliday and you were hunting down outlaws in the backyard? Lenny loved it so much. Yesterday would have been his 41st birthday.
There, dear. We visited his grave at the cemetery and laid some fresh flowers. Never gets easier, even after 20 years. But at least his plot wasn't covered with weeds. I just wish the damn crows would leave it alone.
I better get going. We've got a meeting at the town square in a little bit. Sheriff Morris will be assigning us our posts for Raccoon Fest in a few days, and he will be none too happy if I'm late. Again, if you see this thing, call the office and ask for me, and I'll be here. Thank you again for the picture.
Bye-bye now.
Tell Lamar we said hello.
Will do.
Ugh, are you seriously eating that?
Mr. Alfred, Al did herself on his meatloaf.
Gross.
Hey, Claire.
Yes, Meatloaf?
Want to play a game?
What game?
It's called Guess What Color It Is.
Oh, ew. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna hurl.
Come on, Trev. Give her a break. It's bad enough she had to watch you scarf down that mystery meat. Look who finally decided to join us.
Yeah, Spunky. Where have you been, man?
I had to use the restroom after class. Scotty Brewer and his band of future delinquents cornered me and gave me a swirly.
Ugh, those barbarians.
Tell me about it. He will be hearing from my lawyer ASAP.
Spunky, you don't have a lawyer.
Look, there she is.
There who is?
The Nichols girl who lives down the street from my house. She and her mom are kind of weird. Once, after they moved in, my mom took them a casserole to welcome them to the neighborhood, and her mom slammed the door right in my mom's face.
I'm sure she had her reasons.
Oh, poor thing, sitting there by herself. I'm gonna invite her to sit with us. Hello, my name is Claire. What's your name?
Me? Oh, my name is Evelyn. Evie, for short.
Nice to meet you, Evie. You see those boys over there? Those are my friends, Josh, Trevor, and Spunky. His real name is Stanley, but we call him Spunky. Would you like to come sit with us?
Sure.
All right, listen up. The Raccoon Festival is upon us once again, and I'm proud to say that every year since I became sheriff, Oak Ridge's annual Fall Festival has been voted the best and safest in all of Ohio. I anticipate this year being no different, and I attribute that success to the efficiency of the Clarence County Sheriff's Office. So, it's time for your post assignments. Officers Dunlap and Arrington will be stationed on the north side of the grounds near the food vendors. Officer Williams, you will direct traffic at the corner of Baker and Maple. And Officer Lopez, you and Deputy Harris will keep watch on the south side at the parade entrance. Is everyone clear on their assignments? Good. You're dismissed.
This is so exciting.
My first post assignment. Should we canvass the area and... Hey, Deputy Harris, where are you going?
You want to see some real police work in action? Get in.
Okay. Is this your wife and son? Cute family you have, Deputy.
Don't touch that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand. If you don't mind me asking, what was the incident?
I got a call this morning about an apparent wild animal on the loose in the Oak Branch neighborhood.
Oh, wow. I know I just moved to Oak Ridge a few months ago, but from what I hear, Oak Branch is a swanky neighborhood. Can't imagine they see many wild animals there.
There are woods all around that neighborhood, so it is possible. But what the Rosensterns claim to have seen... Let's just say I've never seen anything the likes of it in Oak Ridge or anywhere else for that matter. Here, read the description.
Huh. You don't suppose Mr. and Mrs. Rosenstern are into Lovecraftian works, do you?
Who?
H.P. Lovecraft. He was an author who wrote primarily in the horror, fantasy, and science fiction genres. His works have inspired popular role-playing games, such as Dungeons & Dragons, and the one that came out 3 years ago that the kids love to play nowadays. Volar, the Dark City.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of Mr. Lovecraft, his works, or any of those games. So what's your point?
Nothing. Just that this description reminds me of the types of creatures that Lovecraft created.
I doubt that Ernie and Mildred Rosenstern are into all of that, but I've known them my entire life. Their son and I were best friends. Hell, I think I spend more time at their house than at my own. But he has dementia, and she doesn't take her pills.
Gotcha. You're still gonna file the report? What about the description? You can't exactly explain that as an ordinary wild animal to Sheriff Morris.
We file all incident reports, standard procedure. You never know, there might be some validity to this. Besides, I've come across crazier allegations and incidences than this in my career. Hey, Rita, can you get the photos on this camera developed for me when you get the chance, please?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks. I owe you one.
You sure do. I'm still waiting for you to take me on that date to Emilio's you promised. 3 months ago.
Really? The office secretary?
What can I say? I am a man of many tastes.
Well, well. Ken and Barbie decided to join us after all.
Very funny, Andy.
I was surprised you showed up, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's what you get for doubting us, fellows.
Here you are, dears. Enjoy your coffee.
Thanks, Nat.
Thank you.
Is that all? Can I get you anything else?
No, thank you. I think we're good.
If you need anything else, just holler and I'll be right over.
Appreciate it.
How was practice?
Same as usual. We ran trips right 1,000 times, and Steven still can't catch a pass. Oh, and Butch McCormick can't make a tackle to save his life.
McCormick? That's who they have replacing me at linebacker? Coach might as well forfeit the game right now. Save himself and the school some embarrassment.
He's not that bad. He's just never had enough playing time to get adjusted. He'll do fine.
Enough about football. You guys want to come have some fun with us later at Holbrook's Pond down by Terrell's Bridge? Andy and I are going fishing.
Ew. No, thank you.
Gee, as much fun as that sounds, I can't. I've got a test to study for.
You were never one for fishing, huh, Monica?
Obviously not. That's why I broke up with you. You'd rather spend more time with Mr. Whiskers the catfish than me.
What about you, Dougie? Want to fish for some Goliath catfish?
I'm with Sam on this one. Besides, why would you want to go fishing down there when you got in trouble earlier today?
I'm not worried about what Harris said. My dad says he's a miserable drunk and a loser.
What harm is there in a little fishing?
Getting ready to head out?
Yes, sir.
Good. Listen, Jack, can I talk with you for a moment before you go?
Sure. What's on your mind?
I know the past 8 months have been difficult for you with what happened in Chicago and you having to move back here. But do you know why I deputized you when you started working for us?
Because I'm the only cop here with any significant experience?
Because I can trust you to get the job done. This year's Fall Festival needs to be out of this world, with no antics, no frills, or fuss. The mayor always breathes down my neck over this thing, and I expect him to be more unbearable this time considering McGowan Industries will be sponsoring the festival this year. I need you to take charge and keep the other officers in line. We cannot afford to screw this up.
Don't worry, sir. I'll handle it.
That's what I like to hear. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Sheriff.
Oh boy, am I pooped.
Long day?
Long and frustrating. Everything that could have gone wrong did.
Quit being such a baby, Josh. You made it home, didn't you?
That's not the point, and you know it.
What's going on? What are you two fussing about?
Sam was almost an hour late picking me up from computer club.
Samantha!
Ugh, what's the big deal? I picked him up, and he's home, safe and sound.
The big deal is you had one responsibility, to pick up your brother once computer club was over. On time, not an hour later.
What if he had been kidnapped? Or something tragic had happened to him while he waited for you? Did you think of that?
Unbelievable! You always stick up for Josh, and I am always the bad one.
Sam, that's not what we're saying. Your mother and I
Forget it, Dad. I'm going to my room. Ugh.
That went well.
She'll come around. So, how was everyone's day? Josh, let's start with you.
It was good. Nothing extraordinary happened. Oh, we met a new girl at school. She was all by herself, and we invited her to be part of our group.
That's wonderful, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you.
That's my boy. Always thinking of others.
Can you please open the door so we can talk? Sam, I'm your father, and I love you very much, and we only want what's best for you.
Give her time, she'll come around. She's just a teenage girl. She'll talk to us when she's calmed down. Come on, let's go to bed. Julia, we need to tell the kids. We can't string this out any longer.
We'll tell them when the time is right. I'm sure that Becky or Mandy or whatever her name is can wait just a little bit longer.
You're not so innocent yourself, you know. You've been thinking of him since the day we got married.
Don't, David. Just don't. He has nothing to do with the implosion of our marriage, and you know it. Let's just agree to disagree and try not to go to bed angry at each other.
Fine. We'll do it your way like always, but you can't run from it forever, Julia. Our kids deserve to know their parents are separating, as unpleasant as it may be. My parents have been married for 48 years. 48 miserable years of heartache, pain, shouting matches. I can't recall any point in my childhood where I didn't see mom and dad going at each other like banshees. I just don't want that for Sam and Josh.
We did make a promise that we would try to give our children the lives we didn't have, and to give them better than what we had. We'll sit down and tell them at the end of the week.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Hey, Debbie, it's Jack Harris. I was just calling to see if you'd maybe want to, I don't know, come over and have dinner with me. Or we could maybe just talk over a drink, you know. Oh, I see. No, that's fine. You don't owe me an apology. I understand. I hope Ethan feels better soon. Yeah, you too. Bye.
Come on.
Yeah, buddy. Reel that bad boy in, Andy.
I think this is the biggest catch I've ever made in my life. Butcher and Ingram don't know what they're missing out on.
Their loss, our gain.
Ain't that the truth? Hey, how we get him in the bucket?
Yo, let's get out of here before someone sees us.
Now you're wimping out on me? Dude, what the hell?
You never know. Harris looked serious this morning. He could have eyes on us.
Whatever, man.
Did you hear that? You don't think...
Harris? Harris, if that's you, our parents know we're out here. We have permission.
I don't think that's Deputy Harris.
This episode was written by Ashley Deane, directed by James Devereaux Lewis, produced by Mark Helton, Ashley Deane, and James Devereaux Lewis. Audio editing and effects by Joe Bly with Kiana Music. Original music by Louis Palfrey. Original artwork by Jam the Artist. This episode featured the voice talents of Connor Howard as Jack, Monica Wolfkill as Julia, Angel Kabarlak as Jimmy, Justin Klauser as Sheriff Morris, Sarah Velarde as Josh, Caitlin Cole as Claire, Jay Rome as Trevor, Andrew Wade as Stanley, Anouk Savard as Evie, Rachel Anderson as Sam, Ari Kafarada Jenkins as Doug, David Sword as David, Gina Moravec as Rita, Carrie Hampton as Valerie, Joseph Bly as Ernie, Katie Marie Bly as Mildred, Jessica Cruz as Monica, Jens Pizzatola as Andy, Gavin Wales as Eric, Anita Kelly as Natalie, Michelle Calhoun as the scientist, Mitch Kay as the teacher, and I'm Jenny Helton, your announcer. The series was created by Ashley Deane and is proudly produced by 97 to Now Productions. For more information about the show, please visit our website. Tune in next time as Oak Bridge continues.